Well, check out that for a view. It's such a beautiful space here. I'm out doing a hunt, no idea what I'm going to find. Just want to say how much I appreciate each and every one of you who supports my channel, and yeah, enjoy the video. I will certainly enjoy making it. See you at the first signal. Well, yeah, it's a knob. I found a knob in the field. Very cool. And that makes at least two of us here. Moving on. Hey everybody, what do we have in there? Are we going to play the coin or button game? Button. I think. Get my glove off just for a second here. Well, it has a design on it. Must be a button. Try to clean up that side later. I can't see where the shank would have been, but there must have been one, I guess. It's beautiful. I don't know what that design is, but it's lovely. Curious. It's not perfectly round. That's an interesting one. Very interesting one. Okay. Moving on. Well, I know it's not an amazing find, but it's what's called a pinfire shotgun cartridge. This is quite old. Yeah, so let's hope when he was busy dropping his little pinfire cartridge ends that he was dropping a few coins on the way. Anyway, moving on. Right, just had a lovely 78 signal. I can see it on the floor here. I don't yet know. Oh, it's not particularly amazing. Nope. But it's something. Some type of buckle. Cool though. Might even have been silver plated at one point. Moving on. Well, believe it or not, I think I've just found another piece of that brooch item that I found the other day. It's right at the other end of the field, so you know, it just goes to show how far these pieces can travel. Amazing, very cool. Perhaps if I keep going, I'll find it all, be able to put it back together. Moving on. Well, I don't exactly know what that is. I don't know if it's an old cap off something, or whether it's a metal end of a cane. Yeah, not at all sure, but kind of cool. Moving on. Another mysterious item off this permission. Is that? I have no idea. Could it be shell casing? I'm not sure about that. Really not sure about that. Okay. Moving on. Well, I'm finding lots and lots of bits of lead on this ground. Lead sheeting, lengths of lead, and just little random bits and pieces. I don't know what that is actually. It's a very odd shaped piece of lead, but we'll clean it up and see if it's anything interesting later. But I like that. When I find lead, I always am very happy, because that means there's been people here. Moving on. And in amongst the moo tubes and bits of aluminium and all of that kind of stuff, all that lovely stuff is that. Not sure what that is. Could be a strap end of some kind. Anyway, there's more to find here, I'm sure. See you at the next. And a button. Now, that's a curious thing for me. It's a 4-hole button. And it looks like there's some writing on it, so I will have a look at that. But I'm not finding many buttons. Lots of lead, but not many buttons. It's interesting. Anyway, just talking to myself. You guys don't have to listen. Moving on. Well, I just had a screaming 88. And I can see it's a buckle. And it's also not so old. Okay. But anyway, nice to find. Quite a collection of these now. Moving on. Well, it's a beautiful location I'm in, really. The views here are very dramatic. And I'm really enjoying my time here. But I've been going for quite a long time and not really finding anything. That came up. I have no idea what that is. Broken off something. It's weird and wonderful mystery item. If any of you know, post below. Yeah, you know, this is the way of metal detecting. I came on here the other day and you know, I had a few silvers and plenty of coins and different things. So it's really weird how you know, you can go back on the same field on another day and not really find anything. So if you go to a field and you don't really find anything, don't just do it once. Go at least 2 times, probably better 3 times, just to get an idea of what's there, because you just never know. And obviously if I'd come here the first day like today and not really found anything, I would have been disappointed and perhaps not come again and would have missed the silvers. Anyway guys, I'm going to stop talking. Moving on. Well, that's a rather nice hook. Still could use that to go on the wall. I like that. Yeah, but what's it doing out in the middle of a field? You know, did they bring this out here to hang their coat on while they're working? Is this what they call a sky hook? They just connect it in the air and then hang their coat on? I'm only messing. Moving on. Well, I might have finally got on my first coin today. The Wispy 84. But it's hitting quite deep, this machine, actually. Today, I mean, this ground is quite wet, and it's here. Yeah, it's definitely a coin and not a button. Oh, it's crusty. Okay, penny. So I would guess that was that's Britannia there. You can see the trident. Don't know if we'll be able to get the date. That's quite crusty. Okay, so who's the monarch? Oh, it's a George. So it's a George halfpenny again. Cool. Very cool. I clean that up later so you can have a look at it, but finally onto a coin. Moving on. Well, that was a very jumpy target. I wasn't at all sure what that would be, but I know what that is. It's actually a horse spur, or part of a horse spur. Would have gone on the back of the boot. Yeah, it was a very, very cool find. It's a pity it's not complete. There would have been a forward piece here which would have curved, and then there would have been another piece coming around on the other side, and this would have had a chain attached to it. But anyway, a very, very cool find, part of a spur. Moving on. Well, a screaming 80 signal on the Deus is this button. Has a little pattern in it. It's quite nice, broken shank, but I'm happy to find buttons. Surprised I'm not finding more. Moving on. Well, I just had a really lovely 60 signal with the Deus too, and it looks like there's writing on that, and it looks like the spokes of a wheel, but it's definitely a button. You can see the shank there. That's very cool. I'm looking forward to cleaning that up. Moving on. I just had a signal in this, and I just kicked the clod, and I got it stuck on the side of my boot here. Oh, that's hilarious. That's going to be a coin. It'll be a... oh, it's a Victoria, I think. That's what it looks like. So that's coin number 2 for today. I will have to clean that up later. Okay. Yeah. Very cool. It'll be a halfpenny or something like that. It looks like a bunhead. Yeah, it's Vicky bunhead, halfpenny. Cool. Moving on. Well, I just found a very unusual piece. It's lead. It's got a pattern on it, and I think some lettering on the outside, although I'm not entirely sure. And it's like a stud or a button of some kind. So it's not well, I mean, I guess it could be a bag seal, but that design I've not seen before. But very cool. Show you later. I can switch my camera off. Okay, so wrap up time. Lots and lots and lots and lots of finds. Mostly, and this isn't anywhere near as much as I did find, mostly bits of lead. Lots and lots and lots of bits of lead. Unknown bits and pieces. This one possibly has... that's not that one. That one perhaps has a pattern in it. Yeah, could be something. Piece of randomous stuffers. A little piece of an electrical connection. Possibly a walking stick end. You can make out the US. It's JF Connell. I don't know if it's supposed to have an A there, USA. A very interesting lead item. I don't know if it's like a button, a lead button. Could be. Whoops. Oh no. It's, yeah, very cool. Yeah, whatever that is. Piece of a buckle, possible strap end, but not entirely sure. That's a really cool find. That's part of a spur, a golf club. I have no idea what that is. A mystery knob. It's got a square hole in it, so I mean, you can see it's fairly crudely made. You can see the file marks on the bottom there, but yeah, interesting. Another random lump of something. Yeah, okay. Yeah, rivet, probably. Buttons. Very nice button with a pattern in the middle. unfortunately broken, but a really nice one. A mysterious silver washed item, which I think is a button. You can see where that has bent over from there. Kind of a shield shape. Very cool. Another item which could have been a button. And this beauty. Look at this, British Railways. You can see the wheel. I mean, that's fantastic. That's one of the best buttons I've ever found in terms of its history. Really wonderful. Another piece of this possible brooch, and you can see actually this is the piece where the pin would have gone into, or a very, very slim buckle perhaps, but yeah, I mean, it was beautiful. But this piece was found right on the other side of the field, and it's a big field. This, I don't know if that's supposed to be some kind of head on top of that, or whether that's part of the design. I don't know if this is part of a Rains guide. It's a very interesting item anyway, let's put it that way. And my last, check that out. It's not completely round, it's handmade. It has like a Celtic pattern in it. I mean, was it a button? Could it be a button? Can't properly see a shank there, but I can't see much detail on the back anyway. Yeah. Don't know whether that is an old button or whether that's something much more interesting. Jury's still out on that, but if anybody out there knows, let me know. So plenty of stuff to find in this field. It's been well hit apparently by other detectorists, the owner of the land told me. And I'm the first one to go and show her what I found. So she's actually going to ask some neighbours whether I can also detect on their land. And that's very important to keep a relationship. Ah, coins, sorry. Victoria Bunhead. Can't make out the date on the bottom of it. It's 18 something, crusty. And a George, 1925. Both half pennies. Oh, and perhaps these two pieces also I forgot. No idea what that is. Piece of shell casing maybe. And another mystery item. Lots of mysterious bits and bobs that I have no idea about. Possibly something very special there. And a very, very, very cool button. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. And I appreciate that you watched all the way to the end. And I will see you on the next one.